Hey guys, it's Jeremy here at Metal Music Meltdown, back with another video. What for today, guys, is the next installment from the previous video I did recently, where I did the ranking of the second albums of the Big Four of Thrash. And I figured, what the hell, let's jump right in and do the third albums. And just when I thought the second albums were really tough to rank, the third albums were probably even tougher. Out of the four, two of the albums are my favorite album from that band, and the third one is my very close second favorite album from the band. And the fourth one is just not that great at all, so it's an easy one to put at the bottom. So let's jump right in, guys. I'm sure no surprise, number four is Megadeth. So far, so good. So what? Not a bad album by any means, but comparing it to the other three, it's kind of garbage level, to be honest. The other three are night years above it and way better. Like I said, it's just a mediocre Megadeth album in my opinion, and yeah, easily at the bottom. Number three, Anthrax Amongst the Living. My favorite Anthrax album of all time. And just so many iconic thrash classics on this one, with songs like the title track, I Am the Law, Caught in a Mosh, Indians. Just some really good tunes on this one. I wish all of Anthrax music sounded like this. Just some good, straight up thrash metal, great riffs, high energy. And yeah, it's always been my favorite album by them. And pretty tough to put at number three even still. I kind of did hesitate to put it at number two possibly, but when I really looked at the other two albums, I'm like, no, it has to be number three. The other two are definitely, I like better overall. And number one and two for me were really neck and neck. One band I have way more history with, and I've listened to the album way more in terms of volume. And then the other one is my favorite album from the band, and it's just so iconic. I really couldn't decide what to put at one and two. They were pretty much a tie, but I had to put them in somewhere. And number two, I'm going to put Master of Puppets by Metallica. Based on my history, I would assume this would have automatically be my number one. But I do like Ride the Lightning better, and I had that on my previous list at number one. But this album is killer. It's probably their most popular album by most people. But songs like Battery, Master of Puppets, The Things I Should Not Be, Welcome Home, Orion, Damaging, just so many great songs on this album. And I probably listened to this album more than anyone else on this list. Just because back in the day I was obsessed with Metallica and listened to almost nothing but Metallica. Most people would probably have this at number one, but I went with Rain and Blood by Slayer. Always been my favorite Slayer album. Not even 30 minutes, like 29 minutes of pure aggression, rawness, and intensity, with songs like Angel of Death, Necrophobic, Altar of Sacrifice, Raining Blood, of course. The title track is amazing, Jesus Saves. It's just an iconic album. It's just banger after banger. Every song is like 2 or 3 minutes, just pure intensity. And yeah, when I was weighing those two against each other, I'm like, no, I gotta give it to Slayer. It's my favorite album by them, and it's just such an iconic thrash album. It deserves the number one spot. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know down below what your ranking would be for these four albums. The top three, like I said, are just so iconic, and three of my favorite thrash albums of all time, so it's really tough. And thanks for watching, guys. I'm not sure if I'll do part four, like the fourth album in this series, because after these, the first three albums, in my opinion, most of the band, with the exception of Megadeth, Rest in Peace, would be easily number one. The other bands aren't quite as strong. And Justice for All is really pretty good album as well. But in my opinion, Anthrax and Slayer's next albums kind of take a dip a little bit, and it's not as strong of a ranking in my opinion. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more great content, and keep it metal.